So I want to do a little bit of an update on the cholinergic urticaria. I know that folks have really talked about that, on this channel a little bit. And for those of you who don't know what CU is, I'm going to put it down in the description box, and also I'm going to put links to the videos that have talked about my journey with this the skin condition. But basically, it is heat hives. Now, some people have an issue when it deals with cold. Some people have both heat and cold hives. But when you get, in my case, when you get too hot, it could be because of the sun. It could be because of humidity. It could be due to just a hot room. I will start to itch everywhere. First, it starts in my back, the back of my neck, then it chases around the front of my neck, then it starts to go down my arms, then my chest itself, and then eventually down to my legs. It never affects my hands, it never affects my feet, it never affects anything below the knee. So mainly the biggest issue is my back. It will itch like mosquito stings. To give you an idea. So it is really an intense thing, and it's like thousands of mosquitoes have stung every inch of your back. Well, not thousands, but like it seems like every inch of your back has been covered by mosquito stings, or as Zara calls mosquitoes. So it is a very intense thing. So it prevents people from working out. It prevents people from obviously having a great enjoyable life outdoors, that type of thing. So it has caused some people to gain weight. It has caused some people to not be obviously as healthy as they would like, because working out is intense. With working out, you typically have to build up your workout as you do it, so you're not sweating instantly, so you're going to itch. And a lot of people bite the bullet. They continue to work out while that episode is going on, because you're facing an attack. And then once they start sweating, then the itching stops. Now, some people with CU just can't sweat. It prevents them from sweating. They have a hard time. Now, normally, with most people, what would normally cause them to sweat pretty quickly, I've noticed with my CU, it takes a lot longer. So while Noelle and the kids are sweating, I'm not sweating. But my back is on fire. The only time I had a brief period without sweating, or without itching, I'm sorry, was while I was in Haiti. It felt amazing to be able to be in the sun. Like, I couldn't believe I was actually in the sun, and the sun felt weird, to be honest with you, to be in the sun. It's been so long since I've been able to actually be in the sun for a long period of time. But I was able to actually do that. And it felt great. It felt amazing. Now, at the time, prior to this, I went to several dermatologists over the years, and this has been something that's affected me since middle school, I believe, or maybe early high school. So it's been something I've been dealing with for well over 20 years. So, it's not something that's easy. It's hard to really, you have to plan what I do. And when I do it, because otherwise I just can't handle it. Like going to the zoo, for example, is excruciating in the summer. So typically I have to go, during times like this. Early spring, especially in Seattle, it stays cloudy for 6 months of the year. So mainly during the end of fall, winter, and early spring. After that, forget about it. It's just too hot and humid. Haiti was different because when I went to the dermatologist, I had to take citrazine, which I had to take 6 pills a day. Ranitidine, which is mainly for heartburn, but I had to take that 4 pills, during the day. And then I had Heliocare, which is an oral sun blocker. So my dermatologist recommended taking that for short term. Now, mind you, I only had a month prior to going to Haiti, so I got on that instantly, because I know it takes a while for your body to build up all of this, all of the antihistamines and things like that. So I went to Haiti. So it could have been a combination of things. It could be that I didn't itch in Haiti and I was sweating. I've never sweat so much in my life when I was in Haiti. I sweat so much. You know, it was a constant thing. Now, let me kind of, because I'm going all over the place, but here, if I sweat, my head will sweat and I'm fine. I don't have any sort of itching on the front of my face or anything like that. It doesn't really affect it, but once you get past the ears and on back, yes. So I will sweat, and it's like someone pours water over my head. It is like a bucket of sweat that will just stream down over my face. And that's the only place that will sweat here. In Haiti, I was able to sweat everywhere. I mean, everywhere. My back was just drenched. I was constantly, it felt like a water hose was poured all over me all the time. I literally sweated. And I think it's a combination of things. I think that, the medicine did help to quite a degree, because even here before I left, I would put myself in hot circumstances and I didn't really itch. I was able to play the Wii with the heater on, didn't feel any sort of problem, and it seemed to be like it was kicking in. And then in Haiti, there was an instance where it felt like my back wanted to itch, and then it subsided quickly, so it was starting to fail. When I got back here to the US, I continued to take the medicine and it literally didn't work. I gave it a break for about a month or so. I knew I was going to take this camping trip, and so I started taking, just in case if it was going to be hot, started taking the medicine again. It completely failed. It didn't work again. So the citrazine medicine, the ranitidine, and the Heliocare, even though I took the same amounts that I did before, it just didn't work. And the reason why I know this is because even though during the camping trip, we only had one day that was sunny, it wasn't hot enough for me to itch. But prior to going, I've been in circumstances where I was really hot and I just started itching. Like the medicine's done nothing. So it has its limitations, at least for me. Now, my doctor did mention Xoliar or something like that. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it starts Xoir, I believe, or Xolir, something like that. I have to go to an allergist in order to do this. Now, they're going to test for different things and things like that, but that's what I am told that I have to do. It seems like my experience with dermatologists are pretty much at an end. I've went to many of them over the years, and, you know, not much has been of it. The one I went to last actually was the most effective, but I think that an allergist is what I'm going to have to pretty much deal with. I understand this is something I'm going to have to deal with forever. One thing that I should note is with cholinergic urticaria or CU, once you start sweating, you're fine. So once you start this, that's the hard part, is getting up to the sweating part. In Haiti, I believe, because it was so hot all the time, it was instantly hot. You were it was just, you're going to sweat instantly. I think that prevented me from itching. So I think the medicine and just the extreme heat prevented me from itching. Also, if I went to a sauna, if I go into a sauna, because it's so hot so quick, I start to sweat, there's no itching. It's whenever it's just the right temperature, the average temperature that you see outside. When you walk into that, that's when I will start itching. But once I'm in the tropics, not a problem. Now, if that's something that I have to deal with, meaning that I'm going to have to move down to like South Florida, sadate, I don't mind doing that. But it's one of those types of things that I have to really deal with. I know that there's a lot of people that say, you know, they have the cold hives. My sister has cold hives where if she goes outside when it's really cold, like let's say it's a snowy day or something like that, it will really affect her. Her face is really puffy all over the place. It's just really puffy. So, and she itches, and then it subsides. Now, she can handle the heat all day long. She can be out in the sun, heat, all of that, and not have a problem. But when it comes to, you know, just the cold, it really affects her. When it comes to me in the cold, I'm fine. But once I come inside, that extreme temperature difference, I start itching because of the heat. So, and then there's some people that, unfortunately, they have both. They have the cold hives and the heat hives, and I feel bad for them because I couldn't imagine, no matter what the circumstances are, you're going to be affected by this condition. So Anyhow, that's kind of the update as of now, you know, in terms of my CU. And until next time, I'm going to see you. Take care.